We are doing which paper? 9706 A level, paper 41, October, May, June 2024.
Mm.
Correct? This
Yeah.
is course B, question number 2, that is related to standard costing. Okay.
Mm.
Before I go to standard costing, I'll
Mm.
first read the question. What are they looking at? They want the actual unit selling price.
Yeah.
Can you please read the question for me?
Mm. P Limited manufactures product X and operates a system of standard costing. Budgeted production and sales of product X is 11,000 units per month.
Can you
Its
tell me what
standard
does this mean?
that the estimated production is 11,000 units per month.
This is the standard quantity
Yeah.
that they expect to produce.
Mm.
Okay.
And its standard data per unit of product X was as follows.
This is all
The
related to the standard rate.
standard, yeah,
So can you give me the standard rate for direct material?
standard rate. So 4 into 7.60
So how much will it become?
will be 30.4.
And can you give me the standard rate for direct labor?
Yeah, it'll be 31.5.
Okay. So standard rate for direct labor is to 10.5, 31.5.
Hmm.
Very good. Then read ahead.
Yeah. When the actual results for April 2024 were known, the following variances were calculated. They've
Okay, so
given
you
us,
don't have the
yeah.
actual rate with you?
Hmm? You don't have the actual thing.
Rate with you?
No, no, no.
You don't have the actual rate with you, but you have the variances given to you.
Yeah,
What does this mean? With the help of variances, will I be able to calculate the actual rate?
yeah.
How?
You will reverse the formula.
You'll reverse the formula. If I say my standard rate was 10,
Hmm.
actual rate, selling price, I'll tell you. Actual
Hmm.
rate or actual selling price, I don't know.
Hmm.
Okay, but my sales price variance is too adverse.
Hmm.
What does this mean?
That your actual rate would be 8.
It means my actual selling price was less by 2.
Hmm.
So my actual selling price was 8. So
Yeah.
from the standard rate, I minus the sales price variance to get my actual selling price. Correct?
Hmm.
Okay, fine. Now, if you look over here, I've been asked to calculate the unit selling price.
Hmm.
Okay, I know my standard selling price is how much.
It's 210.
So my standard selling price is 210. This I know.
Hmm.
There is no sales volume variance. What does this mean?
That the actual was the same as the budgeted.
Actual sales was same as the budgeted sales.
Hmm.
But I know my sales price variance is how much?
55,000. That,
55,000. So how
hmm.
will I calculate my rate variance?
So sales price, the you
Can
write
I
standard rate as
calculate the variance per
210.
unit?
Hmm?
Can I calculate the variance per unit?
Yeah, yeah.
What is the variance per unit?
55,000 divided by 11,000.
So
So
how
the
much
5,
will I get?
5.
5. So variance per unit is 5.
Yeah. So you'll do 210, which is the standard rate.
Favorable or adverse variance?
It's adverse.
Adverse. That means
So
my actual selling price will be how much?
it'll be less than your this thing. So it'll be 205
Actual selling price will be $5 less than the
less
standard.
than.
So it will
Yeah.
be $210 minus $5. So my actual selling price will be $205.
Yeah.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Go to the next one.
The unit selling price, which would have given the same actual total contribution.
Yeah, please go on. Yeah.
The unit selling price, which would have given the same actual total contribution in April 2024, is the standard total contribution for the month.
What does this mean?
Um, that the sales minus variable cost would have been same.
Read again.
The unit selling price, which would have given the same actual total contribution in April 2024,
Stop.
as the standard total
Analyze. What does this mean?
that um,
What
the
do they
unit
want
selling
to find?
the standard total contribution for the month.
No. Read again.
Uh, the unit selling price, which would have given the same actual total contribution in
Stop.
April 2024. Yeah, they want you to find this.
What this?
The selling price, which would have given you the same actual total contribution in
So
April 2024.
they want us to find the selling price.
Hmm.
That selling price that will give me contribution, same contribution
Hmm.
as the standard total contribution.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they want me to find the unit price that would give me the same contribution as the standard total contribution.
Hmm.
So let's find the standard total contribution.
Yeah.
What will be the standard total contribution?
210 minus 30.4 minus 31.5.
So I would
So,
say my standard contribution would be selling
hmm.
price minus the variable cost would give me contribution.
Yeah.
What is the standard selling price?
210.
210. What is my total variable cost? 61.90.
Yeah.
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 30.4 plus
148.1.
31.9. So my standard contribution is sales minus variable cost. It is 148.10.
Yeah.
This is my standard contribution, correct?
Yeah.
Now, what do they want from us?
They want the unit selling price, which would have given the same actual total contribution. So 148.1 should remain.
So, they want a selling price. They want this selling price from us minus the variable cost that would give us the
So,
contribution which is same.
hmm,
Contribution should be 148.10.
yeah.
Take 2 minutes time and think how will you do it. So they want us to find a selling price.
Mhm. Yeah.
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 This selling price should be such that after my deducting the actual variable costs,
Hmm,
I should get a contribution that is equal to the standard contribution.
yeah.
Okay. So my standard contribution per unit is 148.10.
Hmm,
Do I know my actual variable cost?
no.
Can I find my actual variable cost?
Yeah.
How?
You have the labor efficiency rate and the material usage. Maybe you can
You
find it
have the
from there.
variances.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. That means you have the material variances
Yeah.
and you have the labor variances.
Yeah.
Now understand, if I compare my standard variable cost with
Hmm,
actual variable cost,
hmm,
yeah, if
yeah.
my direct material and direct labor and direct material and direct labor for the actual is negative,
Hmm,
that means if it is adverse, all the variances,
yeah.
what does it mean?
That there was more of actual than standard.
That means you've done more expenses.
Yeah.
That means your variable cost would be more than
You're
standard.
right. Yeah. Standard. Sorry.
If all your variances is favorable,
Hmm.
what would it mean?
That you less expenses.
That your variable cost is less than the standard.
Hmm.
So I will do a sum of all my variances, only the variable cost, and
Hmm.
I will see if my variances is positive or negative.
Okay.
So my standard variable cost is how much?
Standard. It's
61.90.
61.9. Yeah.
Okay. I have to adjust the variances so that I get my actual variable costs.
Yeah.
Fine. So what are the variances that is given to me?
You have the material price, material
You
usage,
have
labor rate,
material
and
price variance,
yeah.
material usage variance, this is favorable and favorable.
Hmm.
Labor efficiency variance, that is adverse.
Yeah.
If I adjust for this, I can just see the adverse is more and the
Yeah.
favorable is less.
Is less. Yeah.
So whatever net answer I will get
Adverse.
would be adverse. So if I adjust 57,750 minus 8360 minus 4290, so I am getting a net adverse of 45,100.
By 100. Yeah.
So this is a net adverse of 45,100 spread over how many units?
11,000.
11,000 units.
Yeah.
So 45,100, if I divide it by 11,000 units, I'm going to get a 4.1 adverse.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
So that you spent more.
That my variable cost is 4.10.
4.1. Yeah. Yeah.
Variable cost is 4.1 more than the standard.
Hmm.
What is my standard variable cost?
61.90.
If I add this, so my variable cost will become how much?
It will become 66.
66. That means my actual variable cost is 4.10 more than the standard. So actual variable cost is 66.
Hmm.
So what would be my new selling price? My new
66
selling price in a way that my standard contribution is
cost.
equal to actual contribution.
Yeah. So you'll add the 66 plus 148.1.
48.10.
So it will be 214.1.
So it would be 214.10. So this would become my actual selling price. My actual selling price in such a way that my standard contribution is equal to my actual contribution. I'm giving you time, please do it. My standard cost was 61.90.
Yeah.
I don't know my actual variable cost.
Hmm.
But I need to find my actual variable cost in a way that my standard contribution is equal to the actual contribution and I have to fix the selling price.
Hmm.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
know that what I decided and what I actually did. In
Hmm.
that, I have a variance of 4.1,
Yeah.
which is adverse.
Oh, the variance is 4.1. Okay.
Okay, the variance is 4.1, which is adverse. That means I spent more
And
than
more.
what I expected.
Yeah.
The actual variable cost, which includes the direct material and the direct labor cost, the actual variable cost is 66.
Yeah.
So I'll get a new selling price. Try
Hmm.
and do it, then I'll take you ahead. What do they want us to find?
The actual total quantity of direct material used.
Okay, actual quantity of direct material use.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is given to me? Now I know that my actual number of units is equal to the standard number of units. There is no
Yeah.
volume variance. It's a flex, and although it's a standard budget given to us, but it is already flexed to the actual.
Actually, yeah,
Fine. So I have been given the standard budget.
yeah.
Okay. This standard budget tells us the standard material used. The standard budget is telling us the standard material used for standard production.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Standard material.
used for standard production.
Standard material used for standard production.
But even if you flex it, it'll be the same only.
Yeah, but if I compare, the material used will be different, right?
Hmm.
Standard production is 11,000, but they
Hmm.
are telling that we have a material usage variance.
Yep.
We have a material usage variance, right?
Hmm.
So if I compare this with actual material used, actual
8360
material
favor.
used for actual production, I'm going to get a material usage variance.
Hmm.
If I am going to compare this with the actual material used for actual production, I'm going to get a material usage variance.
Yep.
And this material usage variance is favorable.
Hmm.
That means actually I have used less quantity.
Hmm.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
Now let's check the standard material used for standard production.
Yeah.
What was the budgeted number of units?
11,000.
11,000. What is the standard material that you have used?
Uh, 4
4 kilos
kilos. Yeah.
per unit. So standard material used for standard production is 44,000 kilos.
Yep.
So you have actually used how many kilos?
44,000.
44,000. No, you estimated that you will use 44,000 kilos,
Yeah.
but you use something less.
Hmm.
That is why you have a material usage variance which is favorable
Which is 8360.
of 8360.
Yeah.
How much have you used?
35,640.
Sorry,
35,640.
but this is dollar 8360.
Yeah.
Okay. Now give me the formula of material usage variance
We standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard rate.
into standard rate.
Yep.
So if I want to find the actual quantity, what
You
will
have
I
to,
divide by standard rate? I have 8360 in dollars.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
This is the
But you
usage
can,
variance in dollars.
yeah,
So if I divide it by the standard rate, what is the standard rate?
it's 7.60.
7.60. So if I divide 8360, so
1,100.
I will get my amount in kgs.
Yeah,
I'll get the usage variance in kgs because this usage variance is in dollar.
yeah,
And I want the usage variance in kg.
yeah.
Okay, in kilos. So I will
Hmm.
divide it by the rate so I get the usage variance in kilos.
Yeah,
So my material usage variance in kilos is 1100 favorable.
yeah.
So that means I have used from
3,000.
1100 less.
So 3,300.
Huh? 44,000.
Okay, 44,000. 4,000.
44,000 was my standard material that I use, and I've used 1100 kg less.
Yeah. So
So
it'll be,
actually, I have used how much? I've actually used 42,900 kilos. It is very important to note over
yeah.
here that this usage variance is given to you in dollars. You have to convert it into kg.
Hmm.
Do it, I'll wait for you. Explain me the fourth one.
Yeah. So you have to find the actual price paid per kilo of direct material. So you have the standard rate, which is 7.6.
Hmm.
You will do, and you have the variance. the material price variance, which is
Material price
4,290.
variance, what is the formula?
The formula is standard rate minus actual rate into actual quantity.
Into actual quantity.
Yeah,
You have the standard rate.
7.6.
Material price variance.
It is 4290, favorable.
Actual quantity.
Actual quantity is, we just found it, 42,900.
Okay. Is it something like this?
Yeah.
So it comes up to how much? How do you solve this? Tell me.
You will do 4290 divided by 42,900.
Hmm.
You will get 0.1.
Hmm.
Then you do 7.60 minus 0.1 because it's favorable. So that means you use less. So your period, like, yeah, it'll be 7.50.
7.50.
Hmm.
The actual price that you paid is $7.50 per kilo.
Yeah.
Now, actual hours used.
Yeah.
Actual hours used relates to what variance?
It is labor efficiency variance.
Okay, actual hour used is related to labor efficiency variance.
Hmm.
Labor efficiency variance, what is the formula?
Standard quantity minus actual quantity into standard rate.
Standard quantity minus actual quantity into
Standard rate.
what is the standard rate?
It is 10.50.
Sorry,
10.50.
standard quantity used.
3 hours.
Sorry,
3 hours.
3 hours. Actual quantity used.
We need to find.
Okay, we need to find. And
So
efficiency,
57750.
that means actual quantity used is more.
Hmm.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
57,750 divided by 10.50.
Hmm.
So it'll be equal to 5,500. Will you do 5,500 plus 3 now?
3 minus actual quantity, na?
But it's more na now, which means you used more hours.
Okay, 57,750.
Huh.
Efficiency variance, na?
Yeah.
For how many units?
11,000.
11,000 units. So if the numerator is for 11,000 units, the denominator should also be for 11,000 units.
Hmm.
So you multiply this by 11,000 to get per unit variance.
Um, you multiply 10.50 into 11,000.
11,000, yeah.
Okay, you okay.
You want per
What?
unit variance, right?
You can even do 57,750 divided by 11,000, huh?
Yeah, you can do that also.
It'll be 5.25.
0.5.
Oh, you did the whole thing. Okay.
So actual hours or actual hours is
3.5.
3 and 0.5 is the variance. So actual hours would be 3.5 hours. So you've used 0.5 hours more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So actual hours is 3.5 hours. Done.
Yeah.
Now the B part.
Mm.
Name the budget which P Limited would have prepared if actual sales had been more or less than the budgeted units.
Flexible budget statement.
It is a flexible budget statement. Suggest 4 reasons why company use standard cost. By now you should know.
Yeah, so it's easy to calculate
What?
the standard cost, and it
What are the
helps.
benefits of standard costing, darling?
Sorry, it helps with decision making. It helps to
Okay.
motivate staff, and
It gives them a benchmark that you cannot spend more than this.
more than, yeah, so it helps
And with the
prepare a
selling
budget.
price, you can value your inventory.
Hmm.
Okay. Why you
Yeah.
are using standard costing is the benefits of standard costing.
Yeah.
4 reasons. Okay. What is the disadvantage of standard costing?
It's time consuming.
It's time consuming, it's expensive, and it
Expensive. Yeah.
limits creativity.
Yeah.
Because you
And
need
it's
strict
not accurate also, no?
budgets. It's not accurate also.
Yeah.
Come on, next one. Read the next question.
T Limited has always prepared all its budgets manually. The directors are now considering the use of spreadsheets in preparing the budgets. Advise the directors whether or not they should use spreadsheets in the preparation of the company's budget. Justify answer.
This is theory, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Why you should use spreadsheets?
It'll be,
You're using
uh,
spreadsheets as an automated way. So
yeah,
your
yeah,
speed will increase, errors will
mm,
be avoided. Okay.
yeah,
You can use functions of what if. That means if you change one scenario, other scenario can be changed.
mm,
Security can be enhanced, and it is easier to spread information from one department to the other. You can
mm,
sort, you can select the functions.
mm,
Things that is against the spreadsheet, you have to train the staff. It is time consuming, it is expensive. People will not be familiar with the software. If the
mm,
security of the data is compromised, your information can be leaked. If
yeah,
there is error in the data entry, there will be error ahead.
yeah,
Formulas needs to be memorized.
yeah,
It is always better to be technologically advanced with using better security features.
mm,
So the company should use spreadsheets in the preparation of budgets.
mm.
So with this we finish 9706 paper 41 of May June 2024 source B.